Hey, grade 8s, once again, your favorite uncle is with you. Well, today we're going to be looking at the highest common factor. So, if you haven't subscribed, please just make sure that you're part of the family. So, now let's just talk. What is the highest common factor? Well, remember, when we talk highest, which means we are looking at the largest number, okay? Right? That is common. So, which means it should appear more than once. Okay, and of course in this case it should be a factor. So in this case, by virtue of it being a factor, it means that you can divide it into another number without it leaving a remainder, right? So remember, we say it's common, so it appears more than once. Okay, so let's do this. All right, now let's make an example. So suppose I take two numbers, let's say 8 and 12, okay? And I am going to try and get the highest common factor. Right, so firstly we need to ask ourselves, what are the factors of 8? Well, that's going to be 1, that's 2, that's 3, well, not 3, rather, that's 4, and that's 8. Remember, whenever I list factors, I need to have them in such a way that, right, the first and the last one should actually give me, when I multiply them, should give me the number that I actually, that it is a factor of. All right, so 1 times 8 gives us 8. 2 times 4 does give us 8 as well, right? So you'll see I'll keep doing this whenever I find factors. But what about 12? What are the factors of 12? So we've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, we've got 4, we've got 6, and we've got 12. Now note once again, if I say 1 multiplied by 12, that should give me 12. That's 2 multiplied by 6, that should give me 12. And 3 times 4, that should give me 12, right? So which means I've listed them in ascending order in the correct manner. Now the question is, which number, okay, which factor is common between the two? Well, the factors that are common, 1 and 1, definitely. That's 2 and 2. That's 4 and 4. But which one amongst these is the highest? Okay, that's definitely 4. So meaning the highest common factor between 8 and 12 in this case, so we use the acronym HCF, right, for highest common factor. So the highest common factor between 8 and 12 is 4. All right, now let's try this again. Right? So what if we take the two numbers? Let's say if we said between 6 and let's just say 15 as an example, right? So what is the highest common factor between 6 and 15? Right, so what are we going to do? We're going to say, what are the factors of 6? So that's going to be 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 6, right? So note in this case that I've got those numbers in ascending order yet again, right? And in this case, if I multiply the first and the last, they should give me 6. And I come inside, right, as we continue. So 2 multiplied by 3, so that should also give me 6. Okay, so in this case, as I fold or multiply the numbers as I go in this case, they will definitely give me 6. Now, in this case, what are the factors of 15? So that should be, that's 1, okay, that's 3, that's 5, and that's 15. So now, if I may ask, what is the highest common factor between 6 and 15? Well, I'm sure that you can see it, grade 8s, that's definitely going to be 3. So the highest common factor between 6 and 15 is certainly going to be 3. So I'm going to write it down there. So that's going to be highest common factor, right? So that's going to be 3. Now, let's take one more And I want you to try it out on your own, okay, before I actually give you the answer. Right, so let's take one more. So we're going to take 24. What's the highest common factor between 24 and, let's say, 36? All right, please try it out first and then tell me what you get from there. All right, so hopefully you paused and you were able to find the factors. Now, what are the factors of 24? Right, let's try it again. So that's going to be 1, that's 2, that's definitely 3, right? That's going to be 4, right? So in this case, I want you to note, as we continue, we're going to be finding those factors. So note, in ascending order, that's going to be 6, okay? That's going to be 12, right? In fact, before 12 in this case, yeah, we've got 12 and we've got 24. Right, so those are our factors, okay? So in this case, I want you guys to please note, I think I've left, yes, I did leave one more, which is 8, okay? So that's 8, that's 12, and that's 24. Apologies there. Right, notice once again, if I say 1 multiplied by 24, that should give me 24. If I say 2 multiplied by 12, that gives me 24. 3 multiplied by 8, that gives me 24. And 4 multiplied by 6, that should give me 24. So which means our factors are okay. Right, and then what are the factors of 36? Right, yet again, let's do the very same thing. So that's going to be 1. That's definitely 2. It's definitely going to be 3, right? Okay, and in this case, that's going to be 4. That's going to be 6. Okay, that's going to be 9. Okay, that's going to be 12. That's going to be 18. And that will be 36. All right, now, yet again, which factors are common? In fact, let's check. Let's do our check. So 1 times 36, that's 36. That's 2 times 18, that's 36. That's 3 times 12, that's 36. That's 4 times 9, that's 36. And 6 squared. You see, once you've got one that's a standalone, then you know that it's only when you square it that you're going to get, in this case, 36. Okay, that you're going to get the number that we're trying to get there. Right, so in this case, that tells us, okay, those are actually the numbers that we are looking for. Right, so what are the common factors? Well, we've got 1 and 1. Okay, we've got 2 and 2. We've got 3 and 3. We've got 4 and 4. We've got 6 and 6. All right. And in this case, we've got 12 and 12. And once again, which one is the highest between the two? Definitely 12. And in this case, we say the highest common factor between 24 and 36 is definitely going to be 12. Now, ladies and gents, I'm going to be taking this lesson yet again, right? And this time we're going to be using the ladder method in our next video to show you how to get the highest common factor. For now, I'll leave it here and I'll see you guys again next time. Sharp, sharp.